Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Greg here again with a first update on the buddy build with my good friend Paul, Military Modeller Paul, on YouTube. We were going to do the new Meng Panther A early, so I thought I'd do an update to show you where I've got to. I've got, you know, so far so good. In here, we start off in here with little bits. I tend to do a lot of this, so I clean a lot of the product, cleaning and getting seam lines out. So we've got the exhaust. We've got one of the storage boxes for the rear. That one's closed up. But what I'm going to do with this one, obviously the other one, is I've sanded it down so it's quite thin. You can see that. So that's gone. I'm going to have this one open somehow on the on there, and I may just shove some bits and bobs in there, like whatever I can find to go in there, just have it open slightly. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to do with those. But I'm going to put the tow hook on, so which is made up apart from the little pin that goes in the top. So, because normally I would knock it off within 20 seconds, so I haven't put that on yet. And we've got this jack basically together as well. So that's all seamed up and cleaned and put together. And the rest of it is in here, the holders and the ends of the jack are in there. That's as far as I've got with those little bits. As you know, I've done the tracks already, and so has Paul. So let's pop these back in here. Move them over there. And I've got all the wheels cleaned. And I've chipped a few of the tyres, things like that. These go together really simply, no problems with those at all. So yeah, I can see a bit of a slight damage on them, not a lot, just enough. A few little nicks out of the rubber. And where's another one? Some of the rear wheels obviously you're not going to really see, but on them ones you are, so I've got a couple of those, just little nicks out of them as well. They go together really easy, there's no problems with them at all, line them up, just line them up and sand them. What I've been using recently is I've seen on eBay, it's a woman's thing really, I'll just show you before I carry on, is a glass file. It's about £2. Yeah, glass file. It's a bit of a clean like, but there you go. Comes in a little plastic container, but it's brilliant for polishing up things and taking the burrs off wheels and all that kind of stuff. Really good. You know, you just go over the top of it and use it as a normal sander. But you can see, you know, there wasn't very much parting lines on these, I must admit, which is quite impressive. But you see there's a few chips and dents in that one as well. So, the sprocket was 3 parts, they went together no problem, so they're already cleaned up as well. And whoops, and the idler, which was one, I think it was 4 parts for the idler, which was quite a bit different. These 2 rings on the outside were separate, but there again a simple build, all cleaned up and ready to go. Right, so that's that part done. So moving along, here's we've got the bottom of the suspension done. It's all workable suspension, as you can see. There's the from the kit that I bought with on the tracks, gives you movable suspension as well. So little blocks in there and the little wire pins which I showed you. Fairly easy to put together, but I find using the instructions on the kit itself better explanation where the arms go, because we have three different arms. We have an A on the front, where we are. That's an A, that's a B on the thing it says, and these are C's, and that's an A, and then that's a C, and then obviously mirror it again. You've got A, B, C, 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 C. Oh, sorry, A and C, and obviously I've got the these aren't glued in yet, the for the idler. So yeah, but it's fairly simple to go there, not overly complicated. The actual, this isn't a tub by the way, this is a separate part, but it fell together. It literally fell together. You've got these you know, strengtheners, but these have got, if you can see on the inside, they go fastened to the outside of the hull, and they clip in, and it's a perfect fit, it really is. And then I put the back plate on, which I've got the little bracket on there for the exhausts. But I'm leaving that because I'm going to try, well, I want to see about the Zimmerit first, so I'll build all the things out of sync at the moment until I'm deciding over the best ways to go and do the Zimmerit. I've got some Zimmerit paste. I'm going to practice a little bit first and see how I get on. If not, I'll have to use the decals, which haven't arrived yet, but that's no problem. We shall see how we get on. Hopefully I can do the with the paste that I've got, which comes from girodesign.com, which I'll leave a link in the bottom. So you see, they're all workable, they're all nicely workable tracks, lovely, you know, I'll be able to articulate them and whatever you do. And I'm thinking I'm going to have something that's running over, so maybe a couple of wheels are up or something like that, but we'll see as we're going along. Yes, so that's the end of the update as far as they're concerned. What I've been doing as well is I've been practicing my figures. I did show you some figures on my last on the introduction to the build, but I've done, you know, added to them, and I've done a few more. So we'll start off with these. These are all going to go onto the diorama. With the so we've got this one here. Apparently, it should be all grey, it's Kharkov, but I'm just going to leave it away because it's not historically correct for me, but it looks okay for me, so I'm going to leave it, I think. So these are all these. One resin, no, isn't. That's a resin figure, that's a resin figure, that's a resin figure, and 3 of these are from, that one is from I can't remember, a mini art. Let's just have a look. This is a mini art one, which come out quite well. I'm getting the better with the faces, they're sort of getting there. From my mate Gav, Mr. Booth, he's giving me some tips on painting faces. They're getting better, and some like the highlights and the shades and everything else like that. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with those. So that was that one, and then we've got a nice one here just walking along, so he's not too bad. Yeah, he's not bad at all. So I'm just progressing with the figures. I'm just, you know, I had some old figures that they were sitting in my pile. I thought, right, I'll carry on doing these with practice. So yeah, I did the belt to the rifle. Messed around with the colours for the rifle. I'm a bit happy with that colour on the rifles than the ones on the jumbo build. These have got more of a wood texture feel to them. Right, so yeah, this is the one that wasn't there when I showed you last time. This is this one. He's going to be on the tank itself. Yeah, it's okay. He come out quite well. Quite pleased with that one. See, again, the faces are slightly improving. And again, you got all the stuff on the back, but he's going to be kneeling to one side, I think, and pointing in a direction. Yeah, so I'm quite happy with those. So I thought, well, while I'm in the mood and where I feel like doing some figures, I'll carry on. As you may know, I can't remember if I did say that I've got a chieftain, the old Tamiya chieftain build on in the background. I'll just do bits now and again, so I thought I'd do the figures. So these are the figures from the actual kit. It's the old Tamiya kit, you smell the old kit, so I thought I'd just do a practice with these as well. Their eyes aren't brilliant, but they're better than what they were. So yeah, the skin colour on them is getting better. So yeah. So, that's one of them. Yeah, he's obviously got the radio in his hand, which I haven't put in there yet. And then we've got the driver. He don't look too bad. He's okay. See, there's I don't use any of the washes on the faces like I used to now, using the Agrax shaders. Thought, no, I'll try and do the way Gav showed me, and I'm quite happy, you know, with where they've been, the way they're looking. So yeah, and then I decided to do another figure that I left on my board. So I thought this is probably one of the best one I've probably got actually. It's a really nice figure. It'll be on a diorama at some point. It's just Wehrmacht troop. There's no indication of what units or anything like that. I can't see anything on the badges and things, so I didn't really add anything to it. So I put the sling round his shoulder. It's quite a nice pose, relaxed pose. But yeah, the face is not bad at all on that one. Quite pleased with that. And I added the, you can't quite see the straps on the helmet there, I did those as well. To that sort of loose feel, but not being fastened. Yeah, so on the back of him he's got all this stuff. And there again, there was no washes involved in this figure either. It's all just been painted. There's shades and dark shades, light shades. Maybe gone a bit too much on the light shades, but I'm fairly happy with it. In fact, I'm very happy with it. Oh, and the last one is I've just done the last couple of days is a Russian tanker as well. So unfortunately I broke his fingers off the end. I can't find them, so I'm going to have to try and make something to put there, or do something with his hand. We shall see. Yeah, no, not bad. I didn't use a wash again. All the stripes you can see are just painted by hand, following the marks on the suit. Yeah, so he's a Russian tanker. He's probably going to go with the T-34 85 when I get around to doing the small dial for that one as well, which I didn't do at the time. But yeah, so yeah, quite pleased with that one as well. The face isn't bad at all. Not bad at all. Quite pleased with that one again. I've even done the eyes, if you can see. I've even done the black and the white in the eyes. There we are. Where? I didn't quite see those. Again, yeah, quite happy with that. Did I say did I do the eyes on this one? I think I did, yeah. And there's the eyes on this one as well, which is probably my best figure out of all of them, I think. Yeah, so I'm really happy. So I'm going to head in the right direction, a lot better than what I used to be, but obviously a long way from the figure painter supreme. But yeah, I'm happy. As long as I'm happy and I'm getting sort of a good result, I'm happy. So that's where we are with the panther. So I shall do a little bit more. I'm going to practice on the Zimmerit before long and see how I get on with that. And if I feel it's going the right way, I'll come back and I'll show you a little bit of Zimmerit that I've done. So it's going to be the waffle pattern because it's an early tank, so obviously similar to the Sporty, that kind of pattern. I was just trying to think what I was going to make a pattern with, and I've come up with just getting one of these Serras. Maybe it's a bit too thick. It's maybe slightly sanded down as thin as I can probably get it, and use that as the, you know, like going along and that way, especially on the longer pieces. But I might find something else. Obviously I've got this as well. This ruler's probably better because of the thickness of it, more in scale. So I'll probably review that. You know, I'll try it anyhow. That's all I can do. Yeah, so that's where we are. Good build. Oh, I was meant to say, sorry, before we go in. I did build the Panther A late, quite a few, about 2-3 years ago, and this is the same problem as the first one did. The suspension arms are quite, you know, if you can see there, I know they move up and down, they're supposed to, but they're not exactly the strongest arms, and the wheels are quite tight. If I just say, I just put one on. The wheels are quite tight and you have to give them a real good push on. They fit fine with it, obviously, because they've got the poly caps in there, but be careful when you're taking them off, because I find if you can get your fingers on top of the actual arm itself and just hold the arm and gradually turn them off. If you pull them off, you'll snap the arm. You'll snap the arm. It's the only downfall so far. Well, it was the only downfall with the Panther A late, and this one so far as well. But apart from that, it's a lovely build. So I just thought I'd let you know about that if anybody else is going to try and build it. Just watch the suspension arms and your wheels. But they are a nice fit, but best not to keep them off and on, off and on, off and on, because you'll struggle to get them off. And like I did with the old Panther A late, I broke a couple of the arms. Luckily I got them back on, but it was a ball ache if I remember rightly. Right, so thank you very much for watching, and say to all my subscribers, new and old, thank you once again for all the kind comments left on the jumbo build, which is a thoroughly enjoyable build. I love that build. It's now in my cupboard, and I've actually entered it into the Meng competition for July, so I think on the Meng website, I think it'll get released, the pictures will get released of the entries for for July, I think on the 1st of August, so the work, you know, August will get end of September and that kind of thing, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to do it, see what happens. You know, you've got to be in it to win it, as I say. I don't expect to do anything really massively well, but you never know your luck. You never know your luck. So once again, thank you very much for stopping by and viewing, and shall catch you up with the next update on the Meng Panther early with military modeler Paul. So it's Greg signing off, and we'll see you very soon.